All right, the first thing that we're going to do when we set up our iPad is we're going to need to set up a secure password and our Touch ID. All right, so your iPad should have already told you to change your password now. If it doesn't, then we can go into settings. So I'm going to go ahead and say change now. We recommend you use your 6-digit lunch code. So I'm going to go ahead and do my lunch code. Continue. And set passcode. Now, if it didn't pop up, that's okay. Inside of settings on this left-hand side, you're going to see Touch ID and passcode. That's where you can set your passcode. But while we're here, let's all set our fingerprints. So open up Touch ID and passcode in the settings. It's going to ask for that code you just set up, or you can go ahead and set that passcode up now. So we're going to use the Touch ID for iPad unlock. Now, if you have the new iPad, your Touch ID is part of the power button. If you have the other iPad that has the circle home button, that's where your fingerprint's going to go. I have the new iPad, so I'm going to use the power button. And all we're going to do is just rest and release over and over and over until the fingerprint fills in completely red. Now, some of you may think you're finished. You're not. So what you're going to do is you're going to press continue and just change the angle of your finger just a little bit. All right, so now it does say complete, and I press continue. It's now time to set up passwords on our iPad. All right, so we're going to set up your accounts on your iPad. You're going to fall into two categories, which is why I have two iPads. This iPad is, I remembered my password and I'm successfully logged in. This iPad is going to be, oh, can't remember my password, I need to reset it. So the first thing everyone in the room is going to try is let's sign in. So everyone open the ClassLink app on your iPad. All right, so if you remember your password, let's go ahead and just make sure that works by signing in. Your username is the first part of your email before the @ symbol. And then think back to that password you used previously. All right, bingo, my password worked, I'm good to go. So for those of you that remember your password, feel free to kind of hang out on your iPad, organize your apps into folders, just get yourself set up for the school year. If you fall into the category of, I tried it, the password didn't work, and I can't remember it, no big deal. On this iPad, what we're gonna do is say, help, I forgot my password. We're gonna go ahead and put in our username. And then press continue. Now this is going to prompt you to answer some of those questions you set up initially when you changed your password. Now, if you can't remember this question, your favorite color, you can press back and continue, and it'll cycle through those 3 questions until you get the question that you're like, I for sure remember that one. So let's cycle through. Now, if your favorite color was yellow, and it didn't work the first time, try it with either a capital Y yellow or a lowercase y yellow because the capitalization does matter. Now let's press continue and see, hey, that worked. I remembered my question. Now you need to come up with a new password that uses all of the password credentials. I'm going to throw those up on the screen so you can remember. Has to be 8 characters, has to have an uppercase and lowercase, has to have a number, and some sort of special character like an exclamation point or an @ symbol. So think of a password you can remember, but also is secure. All right, so it has successfully taken that password. Now, I do need to sign in with the password I just set up to make sure it worked. All right, so now I have successfully changed my password and I've logged into ClassLink. All right, so now that everyone has successfully logged into ClassLink and is successful remembering their password, let's all get back together. So everyone in the room, I need you to find the Gmail app. Let's click Sign In. You're going to use Google to sign in. Continue. Now you're going to enter your full email address. That includes the @k12.lcisd.net. We're going to click Next. And now either use the password you remembered successfully or the new password you just set up. If you were successful, you should see your Google or your Gmail account load and you are ready to go. Now we will sign into iCloud, but we're going to give iCloud a minute to sync with the new passwords that were set up. So what we're going to do is go ahead and fill out our checkout agreement. The proctor or teacher in the room is going to have a QR code for you to scan. So to scan that QR code, we're going to swipe from that top right corner, find the camera, scan the QR code, and then click that little link at the bottom of the screen. Now, this should already log you in since we've just logged into Gmail, so you don't have to log in a second time for this Google form. So as you can see, I didn't have to log in because my credentials from Gmail have carried over to Safari. Now what we need you to do is fill out this Google form. So we're going to make sure we record our email address. All right, proctor in the room, you can pause this video and make sure that everyone is at least to the iPad serial number, and then we'll walk them through where the serial number and the asset tag is. All right, now that everyone is ready for the serial number, we're going to go into Settings. On this left-hand side, find General and then About. You're going to long press on that serial number and then tap Copy. Now, to get back to Safari, since you don't have a home button, what you can do is slow swipe from the bottom up until it brings up your app switcher. Go back into Safari. Now I can tap where it says your answer, tap a second time, and then press Paste. That'll put our serial number where that is right there. Now your asset tag is on the back of your iPad underneath the kickstand. So open up that kickstand and type that asset tag into this. We'll give you a few more seconds to get that asset tag typed into this form. And the last thing before you submit is you confirm that not only did you get a new iPad, you have a charger and a block. Go ahead and press Submit. Now that you've submitted your Google form, go ahead and swipe from the bottom to close that and go back into Settings. The last thing we're going to do is sign into iCloud. So at the very top on the left-hand side of your iPad in Settings, you're going to see Apple Account. Click Apple Account, and we're going to choose Sign In Manually. And again, this is the same email you just used for Gmail. Don't forget the @k12.lcisd.net. Go ahead and press Continue. Continue one more time. Now this is going to be confusing. It does bring up Microsoft. You've done it correctly. That's okay. Now click that password that you have either changed or that was successful. And then go ahead and click Sign In. If you've just recently changed your iCloud account and that didn't work, that system may still be syncing, so you might want to try later on today, but please make sure you sign into iCloud before the end of the day. Once you've signed in, this is going to take a few minutes for the iCloud to set itself up to get everything situated on your iPad. Once this is finished, we're almost done. Once people's iCloud has finished setting up, the last thing students were going to do is go back into Gmail, pull down to refresh your Gmail, and find that Google form submission that you just did. And this is going to be your exit ticket. Pull it up, show the proctor or teacher in the room that you have filled out your Google form checkout, and you're free to go.